Hello, friends. So today we're gonna discuss about uh, facial symmetry and golden ratio. Now, uh, that how we unconsciously or subconsciously like or are attracted to people with certain features, with certain proportion of their faces. So, so the with the golden ratio you can just now the golden ratio. So I can explain it to you a little bit. The golden ratio is your measurement from here to measurement all the way to the end of your this eye. Okay, so your eyebrow up to here, and then also then from here to your this on the opposite side lip here, and then your distance from here to there, and now your distance from here to right here, and then your distance from here to right here, then your distance from here all the way to your ear, and then from here all the way actually in the up. So it's a lot of measurements, they go crisscross. Measurement go from your where your arch is to the arch, the main arch in your eyebrow, to your nose, and then middle of the arch where your eyebrows are arching. From here then it goes all the way to the opposite side of your lip here. So there are a lot of calculations. Now the golden ratio is very important. It goes that far that Aristotle, one of the philosophers, and Leonardo da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci actually created these drawings where he explained the golden ratio and a certain symmetry. So so uh, so the symmetry, so asymmetry is that the things are not in a proper proportion, and it's not just proper proportion. They have, each has to be on each side. There has to be distance here, then across up here. All it has to be measured. And also if your face frame, your face is like almost like a diamond. Now, have you seen Kylie Jenner after the facial surgery? Well, she has multiple surgeries, so she has multiple nose surgery, and also they also mention another thing. Now I noticed with Kylie Jenner, her her eyes were not only smaller, but they were closer to each other right here. So her lips were very, they were not big or pulp up, they were very thin. So so and then after the surgery, they they remove the eyelid. You see the eyelid right here, and then your eyes get bigger, they look bigger. And then on the top of that, they fix the eyebrows, so it gives an illusion of also the the eyes look even further bigger. And so I would post some pictures, you can see. So the golden ratio, it even exists in nature actually. You see the petals, how they open up. You see the what you called uh, anything in nature, even when they construct the old, especially older buildings. They were very aesthetically appealing in Rome and all over Europe. And nowadays you see they are erecting these straight buildings, high rises. They have no shape, they just stand straight, or they're square or something, or they're round. But the old churches, if you see, they are classic. So they say that it is somehow, it's in our gene. speaking of genes, even our genes, our DNA has a special sequence. It goes that far. So now if you go to well, another thing I'm going to mention is they have these apps, and I did tested the app, and the app actually doesn't work for simple reason. Well, first of all, if they're going to tell you that you are not good looking, or you are, well, that's how they start. They said, oh, your forehead is fine, your eyes may be left is bigger than the right one, or your nose is a little bit crooked, so you are 80% good looking. Of course they're never going to tell you you are 40% good looking only. They're going to tell you, this is just minor difference. Because if they I'm not saying, what I'm saying is, if they tell you your real flaw, now again, they are according to golden ratio of symmetrical faces. So if they would make a software that detects that you have a lot of flaws in relation to the golden ratio, and they're going to tell the truth, nobody's going to download that software app. But they're going to make money, so they're going to tell you, I saw this, oh, your nose is at perfect place, and your left eye and right, it matches, but your face is too flat from here to there, is too much in this direction. So you only have one flaw. Now I don't know I have been noticing these faces unconsciously for a long period of time, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. I mean, I can but I'm saying it's very natural that a lot of people, they tend to be attracted towards people who have a golden ratio. Now, having said that, I'm going to mention another thing. According to me, what I did my own by the way, they did the scientific research. This is no joke. Research in Arizona, in Oxford, in Harvard, Yale, everywhere. It's that deep. And this is all over internet. I mean, that's how the surgeon, they have to create that actually. As you can see in Kylie Jenner. I mean, she looked like a completely different person. Her lips were very thin and small, and it had a weird shape. She looked like a little kid. And her eyes were closer and they were smaller. And one more thing, not too many people can detect, or maybe they missed it, her neckline, especially for female. If you have a muscular neck or a shoulder, or let's say even if it's not very thick, but as long as you have a shoulder muscles here or here, they look kind of, again, it's a matter of personal preference or beauty standard. But I personally think, and the other people I talked, they said for female, any muscle they appear in the neck, they look kind of a little bit odd. But again, everybody's different. So now, coming back to the neck, you could see her neck was extremely slim after the surgery. They must have performed that to bring that defined jawline out. They must have done that. I know that. Or surgery also by losing weight, but neck is extremely important. I went to different website, not too many even professional website, they never mention. But the slim neck is extremely important with the golden ratio and symmetrical face for especially for females. For males, long neck is a little bit better, but if the male have a little bit more stronger and thicker neck and muscular, in some cases considered to be more appealing, because that person is more muscular because it's a male. Okay, so we talked about the neck slim. It has to be, if the neck is too fat, imagine you have a symmetrical face, with a golden ratio. If your neck is too small, everything is going to be messed up. Now, one more thing I'm going to mention. Now again, we are focusing on a female beauty standards, appealing, female aesthetics. Now, let's say you have a golden ratio on your face, your eyes, your lips. Now, in case of Kylie Jenner, they did a whole bunch of stuff. Now, the upper lip and the lower lip, they have a different golden ratio. The upper lip, if it's too thin, then they had to pull it out and do whatever, and then they had to stretch it. If the mouth is small, if the mouth itself is like Kylie Jenner has a smaller mouth, so they had to perform a plastic surgery, not only to pulp up the lips, but also make the mouth a little bit bigger. Otherwise, again, that's called a golden ratio. Because if you fix everything, you fix the eyes, you fix the eyebrows, you remove the extra to make them bigger, and then I have not a clue. There are surgeries, they can actually break down your bones and can stretch them if they need to be, or make them smaller if they need to be. Now the distance between these eyes, if it's too close, it's no good. If it's wide with a golden ratio at proper, that's most pleasing. If you go a little bit, as it start going too further, then it's not good. Alright. Now, again, we're focusing on a female beauty standard. So now, let's say your face has a golden ratio. You have a slimming neck. You have a slender neck. But what about if your skin is sagging? Or let's say you have a pale skin. It's not a lively skin. Because I'm not being judgmental, I start observing this stuff. That's why I got into it. I understand and catch these aesthetics things very easily, and that's I got into. So I'm thinking this person's face looks perfectly fine aesthetically. They have a slim neck. They have a perfect jawline. Their lips have a perfect anatomy. The size, their eyes are big enough. The arch on their eyebrows has a perfect place and angle. But why this person doesn't look appealing to me? And then I realized, because the tone of the skin, it was too pale. Because naturally, why this golden ratio? It sprouts from our genes, from our DNA, because it's a sign. It's a sign of a good health. So you want to be around that person, you want to choose them as a mating partner, and or even with friendship. We like to be around, good-looking people. This is it's inside us. Well, ultimately, we do get a benefit. So because good-looking people are favored all around the globe. All right. So now coming back, so the tone, the tone of the skin, that if it shouldn't be sagging. Let's say you have perfect symmetry. All the ratio proportions are perfect. You have a slender neck. The color of your skin should show, not pale, that you have blood running and you're healthy. Again, because it goes back to health. Now, and then the next thing I learned, actually that I did my research. They said then how elasticity your skin has. If it's too saggy, it's not good. So again, we are mostly focusing on the female beauty because that's what I did the research. Because as I'm a guy, I'm going to be looking at the females, obviously. I'm not going to be interested in the guys. Okay. So I know if I'm going to use the app as a guy, I'm going to be probably in a negative. So, okay, so coming back. Now, so you see how things stack on top of each other. Now, one more thing. It doesn't end there. Then your personality comes into play. Well, okay, we're going to talk about personality later on. But then, for female, then after that, your posture, how your neck is. If you're too much forward, then it's not. You have to correct your posture. And then obviously, as you move forward, obviously in case of women, it's the hips and the buttocks. They're supposed to be, and that's what Kylie Jenner has another surgery for that. She probably have multiple. But according to me, they probably overdid it with the butt, because nowadays the whole Kardashian clan, again, if the butt has to be in proportion to your body. It has to be big, but not so big that it looks unnatural and the person has something is wrong. Again, we go back to the golden ratio, that it has to be aesthetically proportioned. And also, what they're saying, butt lift. Butt lift looks good, but if you lift the butt too much and sticking out here and then it should stick out on each side, left and right. It should go up and then lift minor. That's the person who has a good eye. They would be able to see that it's natural or it's artificially done. You can't, my friend. You can make a fool of an eye. The person who has a real brain and who meditates. So, well, do you see? That's the reason if somebody does a random surgery, and on the top of that, another thing I'm going to mention is, well, Kylie Jenner is an extremely rich family. They probably went to the topmost surgeon who are on the top of the game. I mean, you can't just go to some person, some place and get it done and you come out looking like a cartoon. So it's the I personally think the butt it's too much big, and then it's sticking out too much on the side and it doesn't look natural. I can just tell. Kylie Jenner, there's some pictures I saw. So this was the video about that, and they have these again. Now, don't go by the apps. Apps are money making machine. You download the app and it's gonna do the maths and it's gonna tell you, oh, you are 80% good looking and 20% you can work on that. No, they will never tell you the truth for simple reason. If they tell you the truth, let's say my whole face is not in a golden in a golden ratio, okay? Well, let's say my is only 40%. They're gonna say, yeah, well, you are 40% only, and you can go to some surgeon to find who's gonna fix rest of the 60%. I say, what? So I'm 60% repulsive, and the surgeon usually can. I'm actually absolutely shocked looking at what they did with Kylie Jenner. She looks like a different person. I think they're probably overdone with the face or something, because I don't know, she looks good. Her lips were looking good, but I think they did some more. I don't know. If she has a certain hairdo and her jawline is too much, she maybe look like a little bit of guy or something. I don't know. From the face I'm talking about. See, another thing is this. Once they do the surgery on your face, at that time, let's say they perform a surgery on my face. Well, they measured everything, right? Now they're gonna measure my bones and also what my face is right now, and they're gonna perform the surgery to make it, maybe, in her case they make it, the chin was extended and jawbone was. So once they did, after that, if she lost the weight, boom, now she's more pronounced and it looks like I don't know, more manly maybe. I'm just saying. You have to be. Now, in that regard, we're gonna conclude our video with this. Again, 100% is we probably, even maybe I'm no surgeon or doctor, but maybe the surgeon can help you. But if you start with the exercise, and especially if you are not into your 40s, you're less than 40, less than 30, you have a lot of good chance to improve your face. Actually, there are a lot of good exercises, and so I can do some further research and I can post some stuff, and but the apps have no use, really. No. This is, and I actually no. Once you upload your picture, but first of all, once you upload the photo, you copy paste or even you download the pixels the resolution. No, this is not good measurement. Then they say move here, there, cursor. No, they would not tell you the truth. All right, so we're gonna conclude our video for the golden ratio for it looks like almost like a diamond, and then we'll come back until we meet the next time.